Stop car here. Turn into disabled parking space.
Glass of milk stout. Oh.
No, come on, Mrs. Sharples. It's beneath you, this sort of
thing. It's beneath her, is it? I suppose it's not beneath me. I suppose that's the sort of thing I do, is it?
Oh, I never will for a minute.
Now, what are you babbling about?
So you shut up! Listen, I'm an old age pensioner. I live on £3 a week.
Well, Mr. Lewis was in a very awkward position. Yes, I know, I put him there.
Spent us his father and that same summer.
Don't you dare bring money into this, Mrs. Sharples.
You've never gone short.
Listen to me.
Why do you do it then? Oh, I'm sorry, I just can't explain. No, addicts never can.
That, Mrs. Sharples, and it's not easy, you know, when there's no man in the house.
There's never been short a man in their house since Arnold took his up. Any more than Fanny Hill.
Get back up to your mission, Mrs. Sharples, as fast as you can before I really get me rag out.
Go on out to get your boots in.
Stop car here. Turn into disabled parking space.
I thought you were very unlucky in that talent competition. I am blessed with a very good ear. And in my opinion, you were miles ahead of everybody else.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Ena.
You have a beautiful voice.
It's no better than yours. I've heard your Rock of Ages echoing across the street on a Sunday morning.
I do my best. With someone like you, a pal good and true, I'd like to leave it all behind and go and find a place that's no.
Stop car here. Turn into disabled parking space.
My drink is water night, water night, water night. My drink is water night from the crystal spring. Come in.
Stop car here. Turn into disabled parking space.
Yeah, no, I'm dedicating this next knock to Shep. And who's Shep? He's a dog, Andy. Well, he's a sheepdog from Cumbria, bit of a rascal, but his family sadly had to sell him at the height of the foot and mouth crisis. Same old story, ran away to London, ended up roaming the streets, hanging around King's Cross. Yes, was run over by a cyclist, a solicitor, I believe, who was...
Riding on the pavement?
Riding on the pavement, yeah.
It may be a charity walk, but you've invested in some serious kit for it.
Well, I've got to be walking 35 mile a day, so being dressed properly is obviously very important. Well, it's omnipotent. Is it left over right or right over left?
I'll do it.
That's all right.
Don't you normally wear a clip-on bow tie for your many functions?
I said I'll do it. Just couldn't find a purple one to match the spats.
Goodness gracious, Slick Vanderbilt is set.
Oh, hello, Savills here. Right, top out cane, glass of champagne. Oh, Barry, can you tell Tiffany to get her top off for the photo? There's still some more kettle chips in here. Right, let's do it.
So, tell me about you and Shep.
Oh, well, when I first saw him, he broke my heart, Andy. Put the wheels on his back end, couldn't cock his leg. Every time he went past the lamppost, the family had to use spanners.
That's sad. Still, they can do wonderful things these days.
Oh, yeah, the guys from Robot Wars are working on giving him a bit more mobility and firepower.
Yeah?
Teething troubles, the lamppost getting sawn in half, obviously. A couple of posties got incinerated, but, well, they would have been sacked anyway, so that's no great loss.
Yeah, this is for Shep.
Stick it in the bucket, mate.
Stop car here. Turn into disabled parking space.
That's recording, and that's paused. So that's recording, and we go. That's it.
Well, tonight we're going to talk to Dora about some of the people she's encountered over the years and reacquaint ourselves with those people by playing extracts of their voices. And these are the people whom Dora has been pleased to meet. And Dora, I'm pleased to meet you.
I'm very pleased to meet you, although we did it 2 minutes ago out there.
Well, yes, but it's nice to have you in the studio with us, and you've chosen a rich bank of voices that we're going to hear.
It's, if you will, a life in pieces. These are little extracts from some of the people I've met.
Yes.
Some of the people I got to know extremely well. Some of the people I got to know very intensely over perhaps
a very short period.
90-minute period.
Yes. So, Dora, what shall we start with?
Well, Martin, this is a bit of fun.
Oh, good.
This is called the Marrow Song. Ostensibly, it's a song about marrow.
Large vegetables.
But my theory is, because I was in the studio, you can hear me in a little bit of it, but I had the sneaking suspicion all the way through. I think it's a song about a gentleman's penis.
Well, let's have a listen to it and let the listeners make their own mind up.
Down the road there lives a man I'd like you all to know. He grew a great big marrow for the local flower show. When the story got around, they came from far and wide. And when the people saw the marrow, everybody cried, "Oh, what a beauty! I've never seen one as big as that before. Oh, what a beauty! It must be 2 feet long or even more. It's such a lovely colour and nice and round and fat. I never thought a marrow could grow as big as that. Oh, what a beauty! We've never seen one as big as that before." Oh, I've never seen one as big as that before.
But of course I had.
Yes. And
when I spent a summer on an oil rig with Mike and Bernie Winters.
Indeed, and that's a very lovely story which we're going to hear.
Yes, he suffered terribly. Poor Bernie Winters.
Well, you've given me a selection of different... I mean, you knew so many people. It's so difficult to fit them into one programme.
I did. I knew the late Tom O'Connor.
Yes.
Is he dead?
No, I don't think he is.
Such a shame.
Now, for a short time, when you were out in America...
In Philadelphia, working...
In cheese?
Not directly. I actually worked in a zoo.
Oh.
And I did a deal with some of the senior management. We had, just by the rhinoceros house, a vast quantity of sort of malleable, white, sort of sticky stuff just would appear in the pen every morning. And I bought it from the zoo for pennies. And then I approached the local radio station and I said, look, come on.
That was W-A-N-Q.
W-A-N-Q. But I said, look, come on, we could do some sponsorship wraparounds here. And we used it for everything. We pressed it into cigarette shapes and carted it off to people.
Well, should we have a listen to that?
Yeah, but we said it was a pudding for a while. Yes. People were eating it all over the place.
Pudding's always popular. Let's have a listen to that very soap opera from W-A-N-Q.
And every product is this white gunky stuff.
W-A-N-Q in Philadelphia, the golden age of radio. Let's have a listen to that. So 29 cents a pint, and you had as many pints as you wanted, really.
It's a bargain, as I say, every morning. We called it also Miracle Buff. Yeah, Yummo pudding.
Did it remove blackheads?
No. Didn't do any. Well, I mean, it would strip paint very well. It's about all it was good for, and of course, making baby rhinos. During the wartime, it was a wonderful substitute for egg.
What's the next piece that we're going to hear, Dora?
We're going back 35 years or so.
Or 40, yeah.
Well, no, 35.
All right, 35.
And we're back in the oil rig. And it's dear Mike and Bernie Winters.
Mike and Bernie Winters, we mentioned them earlier, didn't we? We've sort of...
Poor Bernie. Here's what happened in the oil rig. Mike Winters, who had a tremendous appetite and a lust for life... And this song is really uncovering what Bernie suffered at his hands. Not really his hands. It's quite sickening.
Happy birthday, sweet 16.
Sounds all right so far?
Yes, sounds fine.
Yeah, but wait.
Tonight's the night.
Okay.
I've waited for.
All right.
Because you're not a baby anymore.
Slightly dubious.
I prettiest girl you've ever seen.
Completely wrong.
Happy birthday, sweet 16.
Their parents disowned them.
Yes, I can say
What
that.
happened to that funny face?
They got covered.
My little tomboy with satins and lace.
So wrong.
I can't believe my eyes, I'm just a teenage dream. Happy birthday, sweet 16.
He had a face like a kid with an ice cream. He made a series of short films.
What, informational films?
Yes. Instructive.
Instructive.
Yes,
yeah.
how it's done.
Right.
And it was funny because, you know, nowadays, of course, they'd call that kind of film something. It's always a parody of a mainstream movie, like
Yes.
Size Wide Shut.
That's right, yes.
Or Rigid Bones Diary.
That's it.
Something like that. But, of course, on that oil rig, the film we made with Bernie was called The Great Escape.
The Great Escape.
Yes.
Yeah.
A forklift truck.
Yes. So,
What?
what's the next piece?
This is fascinating. This is almost haunting. It's a bit like the X-Files now. Do you remember George Formby?
I do remember George Formby, yes.
Ever since he debuted, people have been trying to copy his drumming style.
Yes.
No one could do it. How did he play the ukulele like that? It's incredible. How did I don't? No one knows.
Yes, because you were there. You were there in those days. I mean, you know,
Yes.
for the rest of us, it's just a story, but you were there. When
And I can tell you there is not a single photo of George Formby without his ukulele planted squarely in the middle of his torso in front of him.
That's right.
There's a reason.
Yeah, what's the reason?
He was born a Siamese twin.
Really?
Yes. And as far as I know, I may be the only woman to have seen his twin, because I'm the only woman who's seen him naked.
What about Beryl, his wife? Beryl. She was called Beryl, his wife.
Yeah, no. Never.
Never?
He cut a hole in a sheet. Yeah. Because, Martin,
yes?
listen to me. It was a small Siamese twin that didn't grow properly, didn't grow fully. They were joined at the stomach.
Conjoined.
It was just a small grapefruit-sized lump of matted hair and teeth.
Really?
With a little spindly little armlet.
Mm.
And he would conceal the Siamese twin inside the ukulele.
Really?
And the twin would flick its little armlet. And that was how he got the additional strums in his strumming playing. It was the Siamese twin inside his ukulele.
Mr. Fiddler Joe took his fiddling bow most everywhere he went. Got married one day in a hotel so gay, a lovely evening spent. And the fiddler kept on fiddling, fiddling all the time. To bed his bride had gone, but he still kept fiddling on. 4 hours he played up the stairs and he strayed and he heard the midnight chime. Started kissing his bride, then he found in the gloom with the frowsy old maid he was in the wrong room. But the fiddler kept on fiddling, fiddling all the time.
The fiddler kept on fiddling, and you think there's a bit of a double entendre there, the act we now call the Formby Brothers. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go on to the next little extract that you've got, and you have a piece of Dirk Bogarde. So let's listen to Dirk Bogarde now.
Here we are, two very bewildered people.
Yes, Dirk.
Here we are, two babes that are lost in the wood. But we're not quite certain what's happened to us. This lovely thing that's so marvellous, but right from here the future looks awfully good.
It does. Get your clothes off.
Our love affair will be such fun. We'll be the envy of everyone. Those famous lovers, we'll make them forget.
Dirk.
From Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Down to Scarlet and Red.
Dirk.
When youth has had its merry fling, we'll spend our evenings remembering.
Dirk, you're standing on my...
Two happy people who sat on the square
Get off my foot.
It's a lovely love affair.
You knew him in Paris and also in the south of France, obviously.
Yes, and once on a coach.
Yes. I think he lived in the Dordogne for a while, didn't he?
Constantly at the Dordogne.
Yeah, it was because he had it was a sort of converted farmhouse, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had been converted from a farmhouse into a sex dungeon.
Yes. We know him mostly as an actor.
Yes. I know him mostly as a tractor. Funnily enough,
yes.
In his converted farmhouse, I'd hitch a plough to him.
Yes.
And ride him up and down in the fields.
See, now that's a story about Dirk Bogan that a lot of people don't know.
Oh.
Early in the war, he had seen Dirk on stage and had offered to become his manager.
Just an idea. I suppose, Nick, you couldn't let me have 100 kroner.
They met again in 1946, and he repeated the offer.
Any other time I'd be only too willing, but
In his marriage to the actress Glynis Johns had recently fallen apart, shortly after the birth of their baby son, Gareth. His meeting with Dirk quickly developed into a relationship that was more than just professional.
So I'll leave you here to get acquainted with Kevin, our paper boy. Silly cow.
This is a song all about my magic rabbit. Do you know his name? That's right. Let's see if we can all sing his special song. Here we go. Presto, presto, presto the magic rabbit. When we see him run about, we all want to cheer and shout.